Dear viewers of Wasco TV3, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today is Tuesday, which is the 11th day of the month of Ramadan 1446 Hijriya, corresponding to 11th March 2025 Miladiyah. Progressing with our program of the virtues of the noble Quran, an Islamic program brought to you by Wasco TV3 courtesy of Sani Waya. Welcome to the 11th episode. In today's package, our discussion will go on the fasting and Quranic intercession to their companion. Abdullah ibn Amr reported that the Prophet ﷺ said, الصيام والقرآن يشفعان للعبد يوم القيامة. الصيام والقرآن, fasting and the Quran are interceding for a servant on the day of resurrection. فيقول الصيام أي ربي منعته الطعام والشهوات بالنهار فشفعني فيه. The person will say, Oh Lord, I deprived him, I prevented him from food and desires during the day. So let me intercede for him. Allow me to intercede for him. ويقول القرآن أي ربي منعته النوم بالليل فشفعني فيه. The Quran will also say, Oh Lord, I deprived him, I prevented him from sleeping during the night, so allow me to intercede for him. قال فيشفعان, then both of them will be granted his intercession. Both the Quran and the fasting will be granted, will be allowed to intercede for the servant. So in this hadith, we will learn that whoever is engaged in reciting the Quran and applying its teaching, Quran will intercede for him. And whoever is fasting for the sake of Allah with the sincerity, fasting also will intercede for him. Among the virtues of fasting, it comes in a hadith that Prophet ﷺ said, those that are observing fasting, they have a special gate that they will enter the Jannah through it. The gate is called Ar-Rayyan. Also, Quran will intercede for his companion. This saying, there are so many prophetic sayings that are supporting this. Among them, one of the companions of the Prophet, he reported that the Prophet ﷺ said, Iqra'ul Qur'an, read the Quran, recite the Quran. فَإِنَّهُ يَأْتِي يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ, verily the Quran will come on the day of resurrection. شَفِيعًا لِأَصْحَابِهِ, intercedes for his companion. The Quran will come on the day of resurrection. It will intercede for his companion, intercede for his reciters. So those that are reciting the Quran with cogitation, those that are reciting the Quran carefully and implementing the Quranic teachings, the Quran will come on the day of resurrection and intercede for them. Also in another saying, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is saying, Al-Qur'anu hujjatul laka aw alayk. Al-Quran, the Quran is a proof, is an evidence for you or against you. So if you are living in accordance with the Quran, if you are applying the teachings of the Quran, if you are refraining from the prohibitions of the Quran, and you are reciting the Quran and pondering deeply on its teaching, Quran will be a proof, will be an evidence for you, and it will intercede for you on the day of resurrection. Also, if you are ignoring the commandment of the Quran, whoever is ignoring the Quranic commandment and transgressing against the prohibitions of the Quran, and he is not partaking in the Quranic recitation, the Quran will be an evidence against him, will be a proof against him. So, and that will make him to be thrown into the hellfire. The people that Quran will be an evidence against them, will be a proof against them, they are also the ones that our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam will raise a complaint upon them on the day of resurrection, as Allah tell us in Surah Al-Furqan. وَقَالَ الرَّسُولُ يَا رَبِّي إِنَّ قَوْمِ اتَّخَذُوا هَذَا الْقُرْآنَ مَهْجُورًا. The Prophet will raise a complaint. He will say, Oh my Lord, إن قوم اتخذوا هذا القرآن مهجورا. Indeed, my people have deserted this Quran. They are not listening to it, and also they are not acting upon its laws and orders. So those that are abandoning the Quran in this worldly life, the Prophet will raise a complaint upon them, and Quran will not intercede for them, and that will cause them to be thrown into the hellfire. May Allah protect us. Also, the Prophet ﷺ said in hadith of Jabir bin Abdullah al-Ansari, as he reported, the Prophet ﷺ said, Al-Qur'anu shafi'un mushaffa. Al-Quran, the Quran, shafi'un is an intercessor, mushaffa'un, whose intercession is acceptable, wa mahilun musaddaqun, and also an adversary, whose testimony is affirmed. Man ja'alahu amamahu adahu ila al-jannah. Whoever places the Quran in his front, the Quran will lead him to the Jannah. Wa man ja'alahu khalfa dhahri saqahu ila an-nar. And whoever places the Quran behind his back, it will drive him to the hellfire. So this hadith also has shown to us that Quran is an intercessor, and there is no doubt on the intercession of the Quran. Once Quran intercedes for you, that intercession is granted. And also the Quran is an adversary, that is testimony upon you is affirmed. So if the Quran testify that you are reciting it and you are applying its teachings, that testimony is affirmed. And also if the Quran testify that you are not reciting it, you are not applying its